In this video, I'm going to talk about the general rules for the SKU pricing modifications that we've made for the March 2011 release. This has to do with how you enter your prices in Setup and Manage SKUs. There will be a second video out there on your Rix Enterprise that will take you step by step through this new change. With the March 2011 Rix Enterprise production release, we have updated the way that Rix Enterprise pricing functionality works. One significant pricing rule change and various screen changes have been made. When you first go into Setup and the Manage SKU screen, you'll see the two stop signs and the Please Read. So we have a document that you can click on for this link, and that will bring the details on the price changes for you. So if you want to read the specific details, you can just click on this link. So what I'm going to be talking about in this video is the Rix Enterprise pricing rules. The term price is used generically to represent all price types. So when I talk about price, this could mean cost, supplier cost, retail price, markdown, and list price. So in the general pricing rules, there's three rules. The first rule is that prices may not be modified if their start date is in the past. So for example, if I click on the pencil icon, which is your edit icon to get into the advanced pricing pop-up menu, you'll see that the bold, this is the active price. I can click on the change button and do a new price up here, but once I click on change up here, it will put a new entry. So it won't edit that specific line. So that's what we're talking about if that date is previous to today. Number two, new prices may not have a start date in the past. So if you're in here on the screen and you're doing a new price change, put in the new price and click on change, you cannot put a previous date for the start date. It has to be either today or in the future. And the third rule is the cost and retail price fields are required for each product and will always have a price defined that does not expire. So these are the fields that we're talking about, cost and retail price, that there has to be a cost or a retail price. In this example, you have $51 for the cost or $95 for the retail. You have to have at least a cost like this or a retail like this or zero. Most likely you're not going to put zero in your cost or retail. And it's definitely not recommended to put zero. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is how Rix Enterprise determines which price is active. So number one, in determining this, a price is only active if today's date falls between the price's start and end date. So in this example, if a markdown price is entered on March 23rd, which is today, and has a start date of March 26th and an end date of March 31st, the price is valid from 12:01 a.m. on March 26th until 11:59 p.m. on March 31st. The second example would be if a markdown price is entered right now, like at 10:30 a.m. on March 23rd, with the start date of today, March 23rd, and no end date. The price is valid from right now at 10:30 a.m. on March 23rd and does not end. The second rule to determine which price is active is any price living at the store will always supersede a price that lives at the store owner level, regardless if the price is a retail price or markdown price. This rule is really for multiple stores that do different prices for different stores. If you're a multiple store organization that does do the different prices for different stores, you have to have that feature turned on in Rix. Most likely, you only have the Setup and Manage SKU screen at this top store owner level. You can't get to it at the store level. We would have to turn that on for you. So by default, the store level prices in Rix Enterprise are turned off. If your organization requires store-level prices, please contact support to have this enabled. So this only applies to those multiple store organizations that do the different prices to different stores. And number 3, to determine which price is active, within an organization, the price with the most recent start date compared to today's date will be active. So for example, if today is March 26 and there are 2 price records, so price number 1, the start date is March 24th and the end date is March 31st. Price number 2, the start date is March 25th and the end date is March 31st. Price 2 will be active since today is March 26th and March 25th is more recent than the 24th. And the 4th example to help determine which price is active is called the tiebreaker. So of the prices with the most recent start date, if multiple prices exist in the same organization and have the same start date, the price most recently modified by a user will be the active one. And number 5 is either the markdown price or the retail price is active at any given time. So either the retail price or markdown. Whichever has the yellow highlight is the one that's active, and that's the price that will pull up at the POS. And number 6, if there is an active retail price and an active markdown within the same organization, then the markdown will always be selected as active. So you see here that there is a retail price and a markdown. The markdown will always be the one that will pull up at the POS, and that's why you see the yellow highlight. That's the active one. There's 2 more things that I'm going to talk about. One is the prices archival. Expired prices are archived each night. So a price is considered expired once the end date has passed, or a new price that will not end has begun. These archived prices will not be displayed in Rix Enterprise anymore. So for example, this one in here that's active, once it passes March 26th, then we'll archive that at night. So you'll no longer see that here in this list. And then last thing is the size level pricing, which we call size overrides. So Rix Enterprise allows the user to override all prices at the size level. These overrides are strongly tied to a SKU price and share that SKU price's start and end date. What I mean by that is the size override grid right to the right of the pencil icon. And this is where you can do different prices for different sizes, which I will show you the specifics in the other video. So that completes the Rix Enterprise pricing rule video. If you want to view the other video that'll take you step by step through the new screen and how to enter those new prices in, feel free to view that on your Rix Enterprise.